Alright guys, it's time. Our campaign has begun. We ended up rather quickly building up the entirety of our base, which I've also added a missile launching tube stack on the back, just for some extra, just so the fortress is relevant if we get into a defensive fight. And we've already gotten into a defensive fight, so we're going to release the fox. Release the foxes! By which I mean fox, because we only have one. And it's a happy fox, and it ripped up the dock a little bit on the way out, but we're okay, and it immediately capsized. I didn't build the fox to deal with the very rough seas, and more importantly than that, I didn't build the fox to deal with being launched while firing its weapons. The good news is the missiles we launched took it out pretty easily. There's a sea adder and I believe a river home coming around the southern end of the flank over there. Stop shooting and let yourself right before you start firing like just a silly fox. So are these going to work? Oh, they're not, because I don't have I have the Lua guidance on the wrong part of the missile. So, gotta love that building up your weapons in the middle of a fight, but we did it. Alright, so our missiles now work. So we now have, I believe, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, nope, 6. We have 6 medium range missiles that'll go up to 2 kilometers. And we're well within 2 kilometers of the enemy. The fox is going around the north for some reason. Overall, I'm okay with it though. And our fortress is just going to sit there and launch its missiles, and hopefully we're going to destroy them well before they get to the point where we are in trouble. Because other than these missiles that are just now launching again, the fortress has no defenses whatsoever. And yeah, the fox is absolutely going around the wrong way, in my opinion. And she's probably going to end up running herself aground into that bit of land there. So we're pretty much depending on the fortress to defend itself at this point. Unless the fox manages to sneak its way through, and the fox is now proceeding to shoot a mountain. This is unfortunate to say the least. But those cruise missiles are on their way, most of which are targeting the wrong ship. The river home is the dangerous one. That's going to come around the edge of the mountain and start shooting at my fortress in a second. But hopefully the 2 cruise missiles that are coming for it actually end up doing something. The fox is about to come around the headlands and start shooting the crap out of the sea adder, but the sea adder isn't the important one. Bam. Yeah, get frag missiled, fool. Oh, pity the fool. I imagine 1 missile would be yep, the AI is dead, so that was enough to kill the sea adder. I doubt that'll be enough to kill the AI is dead on the river home, so never mind. The missiles, the frag missiles I'm using are lethal. Oh, and the fox fired her derp gun and hit the river home from that far away, which is interesting. Unnecessary, but interesting. So our fox has proceeded to do almost nothing but act as a distraction. It was the missiles launched from our fortress that did everything. But now that we have those missiles on our fortress, we can do this. Now there's one more thing I want to do. I want to go to the fox. That was a nice quick one. So this is probably how the campaign's going to end up going. I'm going to get attacked. The fortress's missiles are going to do all of the defensive work, and the fox is going to crash into a mountain. I'm betting you anything that this is what's going to happen. So we want... Nope, she's turning. Wow, I've never seen fox successfully avoid a mountain before. Usually if she starts going towards a mountain... Oh, it's one of my own missiles. But yeah, usually if she ends up going towards a mountain, she ends up crashing into said mountain. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to, back by where the engine is, we're going to add a raw resources, we're miscellaneous storage, and we're going to turn this specific fox... we're going to put 4 in just for the lulz. But this specific fox is going to have these miscellaneous stores in, so she's going to be able to salvage stuff and collect up salvage from all the kills. I only need 1 ship in each fleet to be set up like this. So we're going to V. Nope. I'm going to go back to the fox. Where's the fox? Fox, where'd you go? You're going the wrong way. And those are the missiles that are just derping around. So never mind. It looks like she's already successfully salvaged everything and is heading back home. Am I still launching missiles? It looks like I might still be launching missiles. So we're going to send this all the way back to the far corner, basically. And yeah, it looks like the Fox has already collected up all of the possible loot that she could, and is already on her way back. It's amazing. It's almost like this thing works like I intended it to or something. So what? 4,000 natural, that's not a lot. But that's, I mean, that's a decent chunk of resources. It's better than nothing. And now before she crashes into the ship, we're going to activate the dock, which is going to pick her up and stick her in the right spot. Yeah, I don't trust Fox to park herself. She might land wonderfully in War Thunder, but her ship doesn't do too well with the whole crashing into the dock thing. But that's okay, because we're here. We did it. We done did it. We did it. Didding it. So we're gonna lower ourselves back into the water. The fortress does constantly spawn itself at too high of an elevation, but I'm okay with it. So we done did it. So how much time was that? That was a 6-minute video. I'm okay with that. I was expecting this to be like a 40-minute video. So you will notice I don't have the radar dish on my fortress anymore. I'm going to build a radar dish on top of this mountain instead, because it's a lot higher. It's a much higher elevation, and the higher you get the radar dishes, the longer their range is for the given size and resources that you spend on them anyway. So I'm going to build a radar dish up here. I'm then going to be building a little defensive cannon over here, a bigger defensive cannon over here by the radar dish, and maybe another cannon out there on that point. So that way they don't get anywhere near the fortress anymore. And that's going to completely shut down any deep water guard patrols coming from the east. Coming from the north, I'm going to go build on that mountain. And I'm just going to use some static defenses. You can build them very powerful while being relatively cheap. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And once I have all my powerful defenses up, we're going to start expanding the Vulpine Navy, and we're gonna go do some shit. So we got our first Fox, and the fortress is all nice and set. We added our little missiles to it, and then I'm just going to be doing some utility building. The next video I'll show you is the next time I end up getting attacked. I'm not going to go offensive just yet. I want at least 2 Foxes, if not more, before I even consider being offensive. So this is the end of this video. I will see you guys next time as we start as we beat off the next attack whenever it comes. So I'll see you guys next time.